Howdy, church. Let's go get some eggs and talk about some things. I got a good question from a brother about involving my work and my request for a camper van, which is in process. I want to answer the question, give you some heads up. Let's go collect eggs while we do that. I hear Bitsy barking at me. She's barking. She's fussing at something. All right, so let's talk about this. I got a great question, and I wanted to answer it. I was asked, why don't I just stay at a hotel when I go to my meetings? And there's a bunch of levels to that, a bunch of reasons why I don't. Oh, bits. And so I wanted to talk about that, just so you'll know what's going on with this, so I want you to have confidence in my work. So from the outset, let me say this. I'm going to work till I'm dead, okay? I intend to never, there's no retirement except for heaven. Heaven is my retirement. Working for the food that does not perish, John 6. And I intend to work until I'm dead. I love doing the work that I do. I love it. Bringing people to Christ, amazing privilege. Bringing people to Christ and getting to write hymns that teach the doctrine of Christ and holding meetings where I teach sermons in song form. It's just rich, rich blessings. Speaking of rich blessings, let's go in here. We'll get some eggs. This is part of what I do. Daily life stuff here. Somebody has broken an egg in here. That's not good. See if we got any more up here. Got any more up here? I think somebody's been eating eggs. I hope that's not the case, but it certainly looks like it. Only 3? That's not good. You guys slacking? All right. So there are a bunch of reasons that I use a camper. I was using a 14-foot camper. I was pulling it with my truck. It wasn't efficient. I was getting 10 miles to the gallon. My truck now has 200,000 miles on it. I put 42,000 miles on it in 18 months doing most of that's gospel work. What are you doing? You got some eggs for me? Are you serious? Oh, we got a blue one today. How pretty. So I supply eggs for my mom and my sisters and my niece. And I'll be supplying more now that I've got more chickens and ducks. Speaking of ducks, I got a duck egg. So the van is to replace the camper. It's a 1975 14-foot camper. It was just always asking for money. It's inherently more dangerous to tow than it is to just drive. I can't believe I came out here for 7 eggs. That's all right. That's not bad. It's inherently more dangerous to pull a camper than it is to drive a van. It just is. So that's part of it, is the safety. The biggest part of it is being a good steward with the Lord's money, going up and down the road. And that is part of the reason why I drive and provide my own accommodations rather than staying at a hotel. It may sound counterintuitive, but allow me to share with you all of the things that I bring to a meeting, because a traditional gospel meeting has a preacher coming in, preaching 6 times, staying at a hotel, and leaving. Well, it sounds like a hotel probably makes more sense for that, for traveling. What I bring, I'm going to list the things that I bring to my meeting, and it's not normal. It is outside the box. I do what I do. I am not a located pulpit minister. I do not have a regular pulpit that I work from, that I preach from. I do all the preaching. I will preach as much as you will let me. I was in Kansas, and I delivered at the Beloit Church of Christ, where Dustin Doherty labors, and I delivered 9 messages in 4 days. Every single one of them is a sermon in song form. What I do is I teach the church to sing the song, and then I then we look at every single lyric in light of the authoritative scriptures that accompany every single lyric. It's a sermon. My songs are sermons. When we're singing, we're teaching. Colossians 3:16, whatever we teach has to be in the name of Jesus Christ, by the authority of Jesus Christ. Colossians 3:17. So we prove all things. 1 Thessalonians 5:21, the church tests me. 1 John 4:1, we're more noble like those Berean Jews. Acts 17:11, by looking up what I'm teaching, because it's got to be right. It's got to be. After we do that, we sing it one more time. This nails down the music and the doctrine of Christ contained in the music. Singing is music. It's the best kind of music. It's the kind that he asked for. Therefore, the kind that he will accept. And then I extend the Lord's invitation for salvation. I'll do that as much as you let me. I like church eat church. On Sundays, I prefer like 2 messages, eating together, and then another message. Every single sermon is a song. Maybe a Sunday to Wednesday meeting, or maybe a Wednesday to Sunday meeting, whatever. I've been known to deliver 3 messages on Saturday, 3 messages on Sunday, and 1 each night around that. Windy. Let's get in the truck. I'm going to eat lunch with a dear brother who went forward. Sweet, sweet brother. I'm going to go encourage him. All right, so I do all of the preaching. I'll do as much preaching as you let me. This is all going to tie back together to why I travel with a camper instead of driving or flying or whatever. I do all of the song leading, provided it's a blessing. So if the congregation is willing, if the song leaders want a break, usually I find that they do. Usually it is a blessing, and they usually want me to do all of the song leading. I do that too. I transition straight out of the invitation song, straight out of the invitation at the end of the message, straight into the invitation song. It's second nature for me now. I love doing what I do, and I mean, I love it. I love my work. Love bringing souls to the cross. Recently, I brought 5 in 5 weeks through 2 were on my last gospel meeting and 3 from TikTok. I work nonstop. I love working. I love it. So I do all the preaching as much as you let me, all the song leading, if it's a blessing. In addition to that, I offer gospel singing, let's just sing gospel songs for an hour. That would be a mix between traditional and my hymns. I bring the PowerPoint and the PDFs for all of my hymns, and I project them. I also bring a projector and a screen if that's needed. I also have a PA, which brings us to another one of the things that I offer. I offer a tent revival. Sometimes you can get people to come to hear the Jesus preached when it's in a neutral location rather than a brick and mortar with the Church of Christ on the outside. If we have a tent revival and just say old-fashioned tent revival, come hear Jesus preached or something like that, sometimes people are more willing to listen, or they're less intimidated. So I bring a baptistry, a PA, mics, cables, speakers. I have a generator. I have a screen. I have a projector. I have my computer. So I bring all of those tools. Thus, the reason the camper, that's part of it gets deeper. In addition to that, I will do an evangelism workshop. One of my sermons is called Back to the Bible, and it teaches the system that the evangelism system that Bobby Bates developed, that Rob Whitaker is currently championing. I wrote Back to the Bible and Rob's wise guidance for how to deliver it into a sermon in song, a teaching hymn. I deliver that. In addition to that, I can hold an evangelism seminar with the church. And this is all included with what I do, just in the gospel meeting, what I call a singing, preaching, revival meeting. No, there's no G on that singing. Singing, preaching, revival meeting, or on preaching. Singing, preaching, revival meeting is what I call my meetings, because that's what we do. I intend to revive the church, get them fired up. So in addition to all that equipment that I bring a baptistry, PA, all that equipment, the screen, the projector, my computer, generator if needed. I've got all these things that I bring. In addition to that, hold that evangelism course. In addition to that, I hold a hymn writing. I offer a hymn writing course if the church wants it. I have held song leading courses. I have offered singing courses, just the mechanics of singing. I offer all of these things. In addition to this, the main reason that I drive a camper, why I was pulling a camper and bringing all of this equipment in my truck, and now it will be in my van that we're building out. Yes, I'm building out a camper with a brother. He's leading the build, and I'll be building too. We're going to build it for me to be able to travel efficiently, getting better gas mileage. My truck got 10 miles to the gallon. The camper should get close to 20, at least 15. So at least a big improvement, and it's safer. And I can go faster in it. My speed limit on that, pulling that camper, was like 64 miles an hour is the best I can do and feel safe about it. Now I can do, where the speed limit's 70 or 75, I can do that safely. In addition, I bring hand tools, power tools, shovels, chainsaw, backpack blower, wrecking bars, fasteners, whatever is needed. And I phrase it this way. I go hard. I make the men of the congregation, the dads of the congregation, make their sons go serve the physical needs of the widows of the congregation or the other needy of the congregation. Physically laboring. I bring all of these tools with me. This is why I do this. This is the biggest reason that I need to bring a camper on my work. This is why I'm doing this. I want to bring everything. If I'm there, I'm working. I'm coming to work. I'm not coming to preach 6 times and be fed and go home. I'm coming to work. I have been known to retire to my camper when I was on one meeting. If you don't put me to work, I'm gonna work in my camper online. I delivered 3 messages at an assembly of the Lord's Church on a Sunday, and in between, I delivered 2 sermons online in between that because I didn't have any work to do. I'm gonna work. I come to work. I love to work. I love the Lord's work. I love doing what I do. I love it. I think I've got it all covered. I do all the preaching, all the song leading. I bring all the equipment. We can hold a tent revival. Oh yeah. In addition to that, let me finish. Standalone gospel singing, 30 minutes of gospel singing before the sermons. That's also another traditional thing that we've been doing. I'll do an evangelism workshop. I'll do a hymn writing workshop. I'll do a singing workshop, a song leading workshop. I'll do physical labor. Oh yeah, we'll knock all the doors. I'll go door knocking with anybody who's willing. I will hold private Bible studies with your in-law that won't listen to you because of whatever reason. It won't listen to the local preacher because they butted heads with them 10 years ago, or somebody's holding a grudge or whatever. Look, put me in front of them. We will work together. Yep. Then I forgot the one in addition to. I had some more in additions to. Come on, man. I just lost it. I had it, and then I got distracted with a squirrel. There's more. I lost it, and I'm going to regret it, and it's going to be in the comments because I can't remember it. Oh, come on. So anyway, I work nonstop. I love to work. I'm not coming there to be pampered or to be served. I'm coming to serve. I'm coming to work. If this interests you, book me for a gospel meeting. I've got gospel meetings booked, singing, preaching, revival meetings. I've got them booked in February, March, April, May, July. I've got Virginia Christian Camp in June. I've got PTP in August. Maybe I'd be willing to hold one in August. In addition to that, maybe. I try to only stay gone like 6 days a month from my family. I'm home most of the time. Most of the time I'm home. A lot of people don't understand that. They think I'm always gone. No, I'm only gone 6 days a month. My fall is looking good. I'm open right now if you want to book me for those. I'm sharing this because people are concerned. People have expressed curiosity or concern. Why don't you just get put up in a hotel? Look, the money that is saved, I bring that as a value to what I bring. You pay me for coming, and you pay me actually for being away from my family. You pay me to come and preach the gospel and serve in all the ways that I can serve, and I will work the whole time I'm there. If you'll let me, I'll work. You don't have to spend money on a hotel because I bring mine. Oh yeah, here's some more of it. When I park my camper out in front of a congregation, out in front of a building, it's a constant advertisement that something's going on there. Yep. And we can put a flyer out. We can put flyers out. We can put a banner out too. Singing, preaching, revival meeting, Jesus meeting, come to Jesus, Jesus meeting, whatever will be the most likely within the confines of sound doctrine to bring them in the door within the confines of sound doctrine. When my camper's parked out front, it also gives a little thrill to the people who are coming in. They see that I'm there and I'm working. I'm there to work, and I just park at the building. My camper, I set it up to work exclusively on 110 volts. That means it doesn't require the big 220 RV plugs. Just a regular old outlet. My draw is minimal. It's not a big deal, and I've never kicked anybody's breaker doing it. And then in addition to that, I just need a spigot outside for water, and that's no big deal. Parking out in the parking lot next to the building, and it's a constant banner, a billboard for hey, what's going on over there? And then I'm there. It excites the congregation. I definitely bring, they say about me, I bring a contagious zeal or enthusiasm. Yeah, I'm just trying to get y'all fired up to do the Lord's work. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. So we can bring more people to the cross of Christ, glorify God through our humble obedience. Yes. Yes. I know there's something else that I'm forgetting, but you should just know that I'm working and this is all about being efficient with the Lord's money. Okay. I want to get as far and as efficiently, quickly as I can down the road so I can get back to my family, so I can go farther. With my camper, I had about a 10-hour road trip limit, because it was ended up being about 14 or 15 hours for me to drive what should take 10 hours. In addition to the bad gas mileage, it was just poor stewardship of time. So that's why I'm doing that. I am going to be selling my camper to make up, to be efficient with the Lord's money. So I'm going to extend my driving range, maybe 14 or 15 hours. And I'm willing. I love to drive. It's good thinking time. I write songs while I'm driving. Shane Fisher wears me out editing on the road. And I mean that in the most beautiful way. I love it. Shane and I edit hymns while I'm driving. So we're just having a phone call and he takes down all the notes and I just drive and talk. That's it. It's not distracting. It's not. This is just to comfort those who see what I'm doing, and I know it's outside the box. I'm not a located pulpit minister. I am a full-time, wide open, bouncing off the rev limiter servant of the Lord. I love you. I love everybody in a let's go to heaven together kind of way, and that's why I do what I do. Pray for my work. I have received enough money that the van is now paid for. Great. I bought a responsible, 4 or 5 year old van, 5 years old with 130,000 miles. That was the cutoff, and that's where we are. It's paid for. I will now be outfitting it. I don't need anything right now. Not right now. But I will be outfitting it with a brother who is very talented. We will build it out to be a camper. So I just wanted you to know how much it is that I do, why I have decided it's the most efficient use of the Lord's money to use a camper for this work. It generates a buzz. It excites the congregations. It's a constant banner, billboard that something's going on. I will probably put scriptures on the sides of the van, maybe some QR codes that will direct to salvation, simple salvation videos, and to my website about my hymns. You should also know that I still recycle metal. I'm still raising chickens and selling eggs. I'm still hustling. And that's it, I reckon. That's it. I know this is long. I'm doing the best that I can with what the Lord has given me. I am a peculiar person. I'm eccentric and artistic, and I figured out how to harness these things, and I mean all of them. I'm an extrovert. Well, that's what's needed for this work. I'm an artist, and in music and visually, all of this comes together with all the thorough PowerPoints that I make and all the songs that I write for this. All of these are sermon songs. I have a 1,000-song hymnal, just in case somebody doesn't know this part. In 2018, I came up with a goal of a 1,000-song hymnal by 2028 where I write 500 songs and the rest of the songs are written by Christians only. Christians only. Every lyric must be accompanied by the supporting scriptures. Every lyric. It must be in PowerPoint, PDF, and MP3 format in order to be in the hymnal. It's called The Fruit of Our Lips. For now, it will be digital. When the time comes in 2028 when it's completed, if congregations want to pay to have physical printings done, then it'll happen. I just want to go to heaven. I want everybody to go to heaven. That's why I do what I do. This life is brief, and I'm trying to get it while the getting's good. Make hay while the sun shines. We must work while it is day. The night's coming when no man can work. Get after it, church. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for those who have supported this. And you can count on my continued labors until I am dead. Retirement for a Christian is entering heaven. Hearing well done, enter in. I know I'm missing something, but that's good enough. And I thank the brother who asked the good question. Why are you using a camper instead of going into the hotels? Because this gives an opportunity for me to expound upon what it is I do. All right, it's good enough. I love you. Let's go to heaven together. I'm Paul Mays, and I'm a Christian, just a Christian.